Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shekinah, this is ShekinahShines, where through adversity we still shine, no matter what. So today I want to talk about the new normal. It's kind of just a phenomenon that I am calling it, because it's not just something that I've noticed recently, but I've been kind of like noticing this pattern or this like behavior socially the past year, where basically people are like strangers, just interactions with people out in public. They're more inclined to be confrontational versus being like welcoming. Like if you don't know somebody, I have no reason to be mean to you. I have no reason to be rude to you because I don't know you anyways. But now I feel like it's a reverse, where people have normalized being just upfront and kind of like tough and aggressive versus being like, how you doing, blah, 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 because once again, I don't know you. So this actually just happened to me today. I went and got some coffee from my local coffee shop, and this coffee shop, like, it's super close. Like, it might as well be in my neighborhood. That's how close it is. And I'm a regular at this coffee shop. It's not a Starbucks or like a Dunkin' Donuts. So, but it is kind of a chain restaurant out here. But y'all know, like, it's coffee shops popping up. Like, outside of Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, they've opened like 3 new different like coffee chains, maybe 4 out here in my area. I'm sure it's similar in whatever neighborhoods y'all living in, where it's just coffee shops everywhere. So anywho, this is a coffee shop that I go to regularly. I don't go to no other coffee shop. And they have like an app and everything, so I can order on the app and just drive through the drive-through and let them know I'm picking it up. They'll just, give it to me because I already paid for it on the app. Or I can pick it up in store. And typically I just choose to pick it up in store because it's a really nice shop and I like the vibe. Sometimes I'll grab my coffee and I'll sit down and I'll just, do some work. I like to journal and different things like that. Or sometimes I just sit in there just to vibe, or honestly walk through there to show my outfit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but that's just me. The people in the coffee shop, they are so friendly, and it's a diverse shop, but I feel like it's a little bougie, and I prefer places like that because in bougier settings, I feel safer, honestly. But that's neither here or there, and this is not to talk about any like of the isms, because classism, colorism, capitalism, there's so many isms, and that's not what I'm here to talk about, because there are some negative stereotypes that are obviously like running rampant throughout society's mind, especially here in the US, that I think is contributing to the new normal, what I call it. Because some interactions I've had with people, it's like, what makes you think that that's appropriate, basically? So yeah, this coffee shop that I'm rumbling about, this is my go-to place. Everybody, I feel like if you're a coffee lover or drinker, you have a go-to place and everything. So today I did the same thing as I did yesterday, and I ordered on the app and I went in to go get my coffee. And there was a new girl there, apparently. I don't know, but this is a diverse coffee shop, so there's people that look like me and people that don't look like me in this shop. And I actually prefer that, a diverse environment. But like I said, I'm a regular, so they always treat me like really nice. One time I even went in there and I was just like sitting down waiting for my drink, and I had already ordered it. I already paid for it on the app, and it has like a time on there, like an estimate when it'll be ready. But apparently I was just waiting for a few minutes, and like the manager of the shop, she came up to me and she was just like, "Are you waiting for your coffee?" She's like, "I'm so sorry, we got it right here. We just usually put it up like in the chiller if you're not here yet to pick it up." And they was just like, "Anytime you don't see your drink on the counter, just let us know, we'll go get it for you, blah blah." And I was like, okay, that's nice. And I was like, I'm tripping. I was like, I'm tired, because I was really tired that day, so I wasn't paying attention. But since that day, this was months ago, they've just been really nice and treating me like a regular or whatever. And yeah, so today I'm going to do the same thing that I usually do, and there are two baristas behind the counter, but they were like turned around, and I usually just grab it, and there's a straw there. I open it up and put the straw in the drink, and I say thank you, and I just walk out. So today, you know, I'm doing the same thing. I walk up and I'm opening up the straw so I can put it in the coffee, and literally as I get ready to take a sip and I'm like thank you, this girl turns around and she's like, is that yours? And then she just kind of like starts correcting herself, and she's like, oh, your name is on it, I guess. She's like, you have a nice day. And I'm in the middle of a sip of a drink, you know, like this is my this is my place. I've been wanting this coffee, so I'm taking a sip of the drink, and I'm just thinking in my head, it's like, this girl assuming that I'm stealing a coffee. Like, it was just like bizarre to me in my mind. And I was like, I just said, you too, you know, have a good day, blah blah blah. And like I said, I'm not going to get into the isms and all that stuff, because I know social media paints pictures of both black people and white people to where like we are just so different and so unique in our personalities and characteristics that we can't be around each other without clashing. But obviously, like I said, this girl had to be new, because her first instance when she seen me taking a sip of coffee. And I just want to clarify that this was not a white lady, because like I said, this is not about the isms. It's more so about like toxic stereotypes and ideologies that people have pushed online to make people like either afraid or defensive towards another group of people. And yeah, I'm using this story because this is a real experience. But I just realized, you know, during that interaction, like, I've grown a lot mentally and spiritually, because I am aware of all of the different negative stereotypes that against people that look like me, or that even if you are in a good place in society, like, you know, like you're not struggling, people still will try to pull like microaggressions against you. So you have to not like feed into those things and just be like, okay, I'd rather be embarrassed for you. I'd rather just shut my mouth and let people around me that's already familiar with me in this community vouch me, versus me trying to, you know, be defensive with you, go at it with you, be confrontational with you, because we're not going to get anywhere like that. And then it's just going to further push this narrative that certain people from certain demographics can't get along because of skin tone, class, race, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I just was like I said, I was very surprised that this girl like yelled at me like I was a child and asked me if is that chores. But you know, the old me would have been like, excuse me, you know, and sat there and try to go back and forth and tell her like why she was wrong. But you know, like I said, I just took my sip and I walked out the thing, and I was just like, okay, whatever. Them other baristas, they could talk to her, let her know what it is, but I'm about to get into it with another lady over coffee. And it was just so ridiculous. Another thing I want to bring up is like example, because I like to share my experience. I don't know if I mentioned that before, over just assumptions of these type of people act this way, this type of people act this way. If I haven't experienced it personally, then I can't tell you, you know, how it is, because I don't know how it is. But in this instance, yeah, I feel like it's important to, you know, notice when people have that kind of energy where you already know they're looking for a fight. You already know they're looking to exercise their authority or their power in a situation. And those type of people, it's best to not even interact with at all, you know. That's how I look at it. But second example, so I was at the park, you know, I'm walking through this park I normally go to, and I'm with my man and whatever, that doesn't really matter. And this girl walks by me with her friend, and she points out something like my makeup or something. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention, but we were like crossing paths. They were coming this way and we were going that way. But like soon as she seen me, she started talking to her friend, was like, I don't wear makeup, all I wear is brown lip liner. Friends started agreeing, and I'm sure they went into this long conversation about how they don't wear makeup and blah blah. But I was just a little weirded out, because I was like, why are women like this, or why is society like this in general, where people feel like they see another woman and the first instance that they think in their head is, I can't be cool with her because of how she looks. Me as a person that wears makeup, I can't be friends with somebody that wears makeup because we obviously aren't the same. And it's like, it just sounds so ridiculous when you say it out loud, but that's how people kind of act, you know, honestly. It's so weird. But last example I'm going to share, that kind of like people pointing out things, that was someone kind of like pointing out what they felt like was a flaw in me indirectly, you know, talking to somebody else, but it was still rude because you're talking about me. But the third example is, I was once again out in public. I'm at like a shopping center outside. You have to walk to these different stores and stuff, and like a outlet mall type thing. And I'm walking around with my man and my husband, and we're just talking, you know. It's a beautiful day. It's the middle of the day. Another time, like, you know, this girl's with her friend and she's walking by. This girl points to me from, like, we're passing each other again, but in this scenario we weren't as close. But this girl like points to me like this and says, I told you they got a Michael Kors out here. She's wearing the bag right there. And when she pointed to me, I just immediately kind of like looked down, like, why is this girl pointing at me? And I heard something about a purse. And I'm wearing this small little crossbody bag from a store, you know, that they have out there. And like, it's not really a big deal. I wear this purse literally everywhere. And I love Michael Kors, but I need to get a bigger purse. I got this purse on my birthday last year or whatever. And I'm just wearing my little purse. And instead of a natural interaction would just be like, hey, I really like your purse. Did you get it out here at, you know, this place? But instead, you're gonna point at me, somebody you don't know, and say, I told you they got this place out here. This girl's wearing it. And when I looked down, she just like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to point at you. And I just said, you're good. It's okay. And I was just kind of like side-eyeing her, because I was like, why do you think it's okay to just point at me and while you're talking to your friend about, you know, something, and you're pointing out stuff that I'm wearing without actually directly talking to me? Like, that's so wild. And once again, I could have been like, don't be pointing at me, you don't know me, you know, and get really rowdy with her. But I was just thinking like, okay, this person's obviously looking for some type of confrontation or something, because why not just compliment someone for a purse and ask them where they get it? Especially something like Michael Kors, Coach, I can't think of some other ones that, you know, that is, they sell it at every mall, dealers, wherever, you know. Like, these are stores that's not like you need to be on a special list or something, or be on a certain status to get this purse. You know, it's just a purse. But to point at somebody as if, like, you know, like I'm not human, or like, I don't know, as if you got beef, honestly. Because why are you just pointing at somebody? Like, it's just rude. Anyways, I digress. But I just wanted to talk about, like I said, you know, the new normal. People are going to be more confrontational at first before they are welcoming. But me being aware of it, because I kind of have been sensing this, especially with everybody just promotes ratchetness. Everybody promotes, basically, they say it's being yourself, but it's like people promote you being the worst version of yourself, basically. So I feel like the best thing to do is be aware of it, yes, but don't feed into it. Know that people are just miserable and they're just trying to, you know, get under your skin or bring you down a level, because maybe they do notice something about you that you don't notice about yourself. So as always, no matter what, continue to shine on. And yeah, hope y'all like this video. Peace.